Hi, my name is Asha Gomez. Welcome to my video series where we blend the flavors of India into a southern kitchen. I hope you enjoy this collection that we have put together for you. Hi, my name is Asha. Welcome to my kitchen. We're making a salmon curry, and the main ingredients that are going to go into it that are really going to define what this dish tastes like: fish sauce and kaffir lime leaves. So if you've never worked with it before, now is the time. And it is so simple to make. Just bringing those flavors into your kitchen. It's very Thai inspired. I love Thai food, and it's very rare that I can find a Thai restaurant in my neighborhood. So I really just started delving into it and making my own Thai food. So I hope you enjoy making this in your kitchen. For our ingredients, we're going to need fish sauce, kaffir lime leaves, coconut milk, a red onion, garlic, a serrano chili pepper, and some red bell peppers. I love to add some peas at the end to simplify my life. So I'm that one dish wonder mom. Make steamed rice, serve it with this, and you're good to go. Or dad, one dish wonder dad, because lots of dads are in the kitchen cooking now. I love working with red onions. They're, a little bit more pungent than the white onion is, but I love color. If you watched me or followed me in my cooking, it's all about vibrant colors for me. I think you eat with your eyes first, and so you want your dish to look absolutely pretty, even if it's a weeknight dish. So you're just gonna slice your onions. I have severe carpal tunnel, and so that's why I slice differently than most chefs do, because I have very weak wrist. Of all the things that you can have weak when you're cooking, it shouldn't have been my wrist, but I have learned to work around it. And we got that going, and I'm just gonna set that aside. For this dish, I'm going to use about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kaffir lime leaves, and then I'm going to save some to garnish at the end when I put it out on the table. 1 serrano chili pepper. This is what I like to do when I'm using peppers that have heat to them. I really want to leave the pepper as intact as possible, so if I need to remove it, I can once I've finished cooking. So I'm literally just going to split this serrano in 2. This way at the end of it, I can pull those peppers out, but it's given me the heat that it needs to. I need a couple of cloves of garlic. This garlic is from a local farm. I was at the market this weekend, and you could taste the difference. So I'm going to probably use about 3 cloves of garlic. When I started making Thai food at home, the 2 boys in my house, Bobby and Ethan, were 2 very happy boys because they just love these flavors. I mean, what's not to love? Anything that has fish sauce in it is delicious. Now, I say this all the time with so many of the recipes that I teach. Don't restrict yourself to making just this protein with it. You can use different kinds of fish. You can use shrimp. You can use, I made this exact same recipe last week with chicken. So you can do a lot of things with it, okay? A lot of different proteins. Garlic's gonna go right in there. And then I'm gonna take some red bell peppers and slice them nice and thin. Take the veins off. And I like my peppers almost raw because I want that sweet crunchiness. I don't like them to be overcooked. So I usually add the peppers just as I'm about to take it off the fire. So nice thin strips. so they have a nice crunch to them. So texturally, your dish will have, you know, different textures to them, but the crunch of the bell peppers, the sweet, the onion will be sweet and it'll have cooked down. It'll be silky on your palate. The other day, Ethan was asking me, I served it on steamed rice, and my son Ethan was asking me, he's like, hey mommy, how about if we make some like almost like a pho, and can we use the pho noodles and use this sauce on top of it? And I thought, why not? It would be really good. So one of these days I really should try it with some noodles instead of just serving it with steamed rice. And if you want to avoid the rice altogether, then the salad that we're making today will be a perfect complement to this dish. All right, so I've kind of got all my prep ready, and you see how quick that was. So I bought salmon that is boneless and skinless. So I just got 2 pounds, 2 really nice pieces, and I'm going to cut them, and I'll show you how I'm going to cut it now. Beautiful. So I'm just going to cut it into probably like 1 inch wide strips right there. I've already got my rice steaming. Okay, so we're gonna get started. Okay, so I have a pan here. I'm gonna turn my flame on to a high, and then I'll probably turn it down in a second. I am going to use olive oil as my fat. It's such a pretty oil. Here's me with pretty and color again. Even the oil has to be pretty looking. All right, gonna let that heat up for a while. I'm gonna go ahead and put my serrano peppers that I slit, my onions, garlic, and my kaffir lime leaves in there. So I just kind of want my onions to get translucent. I don't want them to cook down completely. I still want the crunch in this. I want the color of the purple onions to be vibrant still. And if you've never cooked with kaffir lime leaves before, you're going to love it. Now, for whatever reason, if you cannot find kaffir lime leaves, the only substitute that I can think of would be cilantro. And you want to use that at the end, after. You don't want to cook it in the beginning, so you would use it at the end. When you're done cooking, put some chopped cilantro in there. So at this point, you're going to add a half a cup of water. And I want some color, so I'm going to add a teaspoon of turmeric. So the reason you want that water is because that's how all those essential oils and flavors from the kaffir lime leaf will actually infuse into that liquid, and that's the flavor that it's going to come. So you need that water to get that flavor out. And at this point, you're going to go ahead and add your fish sauce. So because you're adding fish sauce, if you've not worked with fish sauce, it has a very distinct scent. I personally love it. It's fermented fish. So of course it has a very potent scent to it. Now, because you're adding this, you don't need to add any salt. It's extremely salty. So even when you're using it, use it in moderation. If you don't like too much salt, don't use too much of it. And I'll, measure it out, of course, for you guys for the recipe. I probably put in about 1.5 tablespoons. And at this point, you're gonna go ahead and take your salmon and just go ahead and lower the flame. Sorry, I'm gonna put it on a medium. your salmon laid out beautifully. Look at that. It's so pretty. Squeeze that piece in there. So at this point, once I put my fillets in, I'm not going to put the coconut milk in till the salmon is cooked through. So at this point, I'm going to put my lid on the pan for just about a minute or two. I just want it to steam through, so I have it on a medium to low. Then I'm going to come back. We're going to finish it with the coconut milk, the sweet peppers, and the peas. So at this point, I'm going to remove the lid. I have it on a really low flame, and as you can see, the salmon's nice and poached. I'm going to go ahead and put my coconut milk. Right. About 1.5 cups of coconut milk. Mix that in. You have to be very delicate with it. So when you're mixing it in, just kind of getting all that coconut milk. Oh, yes. I'm going to add my peppers. To the salmon. I'm going to go ahead and add my peas. This way I get my boy to eat all his veggies. And I'm going to go ahead and put the lid on for just another minute again. And it's ready. I mean, that is such a quick lunch to make. I'm happy at how it turned out. I'm gonna taste this really quick before the girls get here for our luncheon today. I'm not gonna tell you how it tastes, you're just gonna have to make it and decide for yourself how it tastes. Happy cooking.